Bill, thanks. This next story was tough to be a part of, but it's important to tell. Whether you have a child or not, you probably know the joy of a newborn and what that can bring to a family. The day of birth is filled with excitement and the anticipation of taking the little baby home. But there is something happening that you may not know about. Many little ones aren't making it home, and parents and doctors don't know exactly why. Tonight we show you how one little girl from Arizona has gotten the nation and even Congress to stand up and take notice of this silent birth.
Shoes on. There. Now tell the baby, come out. Come out.
9 years ago, Joanne Cacciatore was beaming.
Come out. Hey, you.
One day before her fourth child, Cheyenne, was to be born. These were moments celebrating a new life for Joanne and her family.
The doctor said the baby's perfect. There doesn't appear to be anything wrong.
One day later, on her due date, the camera was on again. But this time there were no words or sounds. Baby Cheyenne was dead.
She was 8 pounds, 22 inches. It was so surrealistic that I can't put it to words. I just remember thinking, this cannot be happening to me.
Her baby was stillborn. Even though the day before, when this video was taken, little Cheyenne was alive and ready to meet her family.
It was the most bizarre contradiction. It was like this amalgamation of life and death all together. And I felt alone for a very long time.
Joanne soon found out that she was not alone.
And it was just the silence. Silence from the doctor, from the nurses, from everybody.
I was totally overwhelmed, dumbfounded, shocked.
All the other rooms you could hear the, all of them, and it was nothing.
Stillbirth is also referred to as SADS, not to be confused with SIDS. SADS stands for Sudden Antenatal Death Syndrome. These parents have all been through it.
So we have this, and these are his little footprints and handprints.
SADS claims more than 30,000 babies every year in this country, and that's 10 times as many as SIDS. And those numbers are going up, especially here in Arizona.
This is a major problem. This is very painful. We have to do something about it.
Dr. Guillermo Gutierrez has been treating newborns for more than 20 years, and he says new technology is now saving babies.
Whatever we have to do.
Yet stillbirths have almost doubled in the past 10 years in Arizona, and oftentimes there is no explanation.
So this is one of those areas in which we need research.
Would anyone else like to share anything?
Joanne Cacciatore realized that SADS was being ignored, despite the fact that 30,000 babies were dying every year.
Can someone else put their own words to that?
So she decided to do something about it. Baby Cheyenne's death gave life to a new awareness.
You know, what we have here is basically a grassroots movement by some pretty powerful voices. And that's the voices of mothers and fathers who have been through it. And it's a long journey.
7 years ago, Joanne started the Mothers in Sympathy and Support, or the MISS Foundation.
Anyone else?
It's a group for parents who have lost babies.
The number of stillbirths in this country outnumber all infant deaths causes combined. And that's a reason to be concerned.
I had perfect pregnancy. Every checkup was, oh, this is fine.
When they did the autopsy, they still couldn't find anything wrong.
It came, blindsided us.
Like these parents, Joanne wanted answers, so she went to the top.
Where's the extra candles, Deb?
And after years of lobbying in Washington, D.C.,
we're going to do the balloon release out on the lawn.
Joanne's efforts led to Congress allocating money for stillbirth research starting this year.
May you have wings of light.
Well, I think it's gaining momentum, much like the SIDS movement had about 20 years ago. And we're going to play Precious Child.
In my plan.
The MISS Foundation now has 57 chapters worldwide.
I was the first to
all born because of a little girl from Arizona.
Precious child.
Delivering a legacy that has just begun.
Going to remain a mystery until we start looking at it, until we open up the closet and take stillbirth out, until we start saying, okay, we need to get these numbers down.
The story doesn't stop there. Joanne and others continue to rally for awareness and research into stillbirth. In fact, recently the MISS Foundation successfully lobbied Arizona's Congress to pass a bill called the Missing Angels Bill. It allows parents who have lost a child to stillbirth to get a birth certificate for their little one, because before this was passed, a child born still would only receive a death certificate. Joanne's goal is to have every state adopt this law by 2006, and so far the law has been passed in 12 other states. The Miss Foundation is a nonprofit, volunteer-based organization that provides support to all families after the death of a child from any cause. This Sunday is the National Children's Memorial Day. There will be a candlelight vigil. It'll be at 6:30 p.m. at St. Francis Xavier Chapel in Phoenix, and the public is invited. For more information on Stillbirth and the Miss Foundation, go to our website, abc15.com. And I want to thank Jim Manley, the photojournalist and producer who I worked with on this story.